What's up guys, Aaron Bennett here. I am coming to you from a bread making place. I am whispering and I have a cold, so that is why I sound the way I do. I'm going to be covering around 5 things in this video. The first, how to go ahead and submit your email so you can watch the Celsius hearings live. So I will show you exactly how to do that. The second, talking about the schedule of assets and liabilities. They were supposed to send it out by today, the 29th, but they have pushed that out into a future date, so do not worry if you did not get an email. Next, talking about using CEL as a restructuring token. What do I think about that? The next thing I'm going to talk about is selling your claim. There are some companies that are willing to buy your Celsius claim. Then I'm going to mention some drama with Kyle Roach, who is in the hot seat with Avalanche Labs. He is also representing Jason Stone with KeyFi, who is very tied into Celsius. And before I dive into that story, I do want to talk about the sponsor of this video really quick, iTrust Capital. Here is my Roth IRA. I have $3,516 in Bitcoin in this IRA. And I will note that this just applies to people in the United States. Why a Roth IRA is awesome is because you can grow your crypto net worth, and when you retire, you don't have to pay the IRS one freaking cent. So for example, if you buy $6,000 of ETH, and then in 20 or 30 years when you retire at 59.5, let's say that $6,000 is now $6 million. You can withdraw that into US dollars, and you don't have to pay any capital gains. And one of the reasons that I still have my crypto with iTrust, even after what happened with Voyager and Celsius, is because they do not hold any of our assets. You can see right here, we don't borrow or lend against it. This is a very, very boring company. They earn their profits by charging us 1% every time we buy and sell, basically. So all of our assets are held in cold storage, either with Fireblocks or with Coinbase custody. Very, very secure. So guys, there is a link below. If you go ahead and click it and enter your email and set up an account, you are going to get $100 in Bitcoin for free, and that requires an account of $1,000 or more. You can also transfer an existing IRA or 401k if you'd like. All right guys, let's go ahead and get to the video. The first thing I want to bring up, and I'll include this link in the description, is how to access and how to watch the Zoom meetings. Click I do not have a filing account. Click begin, and then you will go ahead and enter your name, information here, and when it comes to case number, you will go ahead and type in 22-10964, and then you will click each and every one of these, and that will allow you to get the email for the Zoom for these meetings if you want to. So that is the first thing I wanted to cover. Some of you guys have asked me, how do I watch these Zooms live? How do I watch these motions live? And this is how. The second thing I wanted to talk about is the schedule of assets and liabilities. Now, before Celsius said by August 29th, which is today, they would have emailed everybody basically how much money they owed us. Well, I have heard that they pushed that out to mid-September. So I just wanted to let you know that you don't have to worry, you don't have to stress out, because nobody got an email from Celsius or from Stretto saying this is how much we owe you. And if this continues to be pushed out, I will definitely let you guys know. And the whole process of filing a claim, just like with Voyager, is if there is a discrepancy between how much they say they owe you and how much you actually are owed by Celsius. So again, just an update, you do not need to worry, they did not send that out. The third thing I want to talk about, without going into extreme detail, is just Simon and a lot of other people in the community talking about using CEL as equity. Now, personally, I think there are a lot of red flags when even thinking about this. You can't have tokens that are already in distribution. That's not fair, right? So I don't think that CEL is going to be used as an equity token. It just doesn't make sense. Simon has a lot of really interesting things to say about a security, and also it would have to be taken off of exchanges, and all sorts of objections to this as well. I did cover a video a few weeks ago about a plan from a community member talking about doing the same thing, basically using CEL token to be a part of the mining operations for Celsius. But again, there are just some big red flags with that. The fourth thing I want to cover is right here. Now, there's some people asking me, and I just want to bring this up so you guys know. Now, Xclaim and Cherokee, these are 2 companies that buy claims. Now, I do not suggest you do this, but there are some people curious about how are people selling their claim. There are bankruptcy lawyers and experts also suggesting you not to do this, but this is what's happening. So for example, X-Claim is paying 20%, and then they're doing a 50-50 split on remaining distributions. If you want a 22 to 35%, you are not getting any future distributions. This company is paying much higher, 72 to 90% for custody accounts. These companies are buying your claim, and their intention is that Celsius is going to pay them more money. They are trying to basically buy your assets for cheaper than what they think Celsius will actually pay out once Chapter 11 actually finishes. So that's it for this point. I just wanted to let you know this is happening, but nobody that I know about who is smart talking about this is suggesting you go ahead and do these things. So the next thing I wanted to touch on is this Avalanche Labs used gangster-style legal tactics to screw competing crypto companies. And I really want to not talk about Idris Elba, I don't know why he's here, but basically talk about this guy, Ava Labs lead attorney Kyle Roach, okay? This guy, Kyle Roach, who apparently got 1% of the supply of Avax. Well, somebody tweeted to me, hey, did you notice that Kyle Roach, who I assume is the same guy, is representing that KeyFi dude, Jason Stone. So Jason Stone, I made a whole video about that when I was in Moab, talking about Celsius suing Jason Stone for basically stealing money, buying NFTs, profiting, etc. But what's interesting right here is this motion that came in 8/25, so a few days ago. It says Roche Friedman LLP, Kyle Roach in New York. So all I know is somebody who is in the hot seat right now for Avalanche, basically using gangster-style legal tactics, is also representing somebody in our little precious Celsius case. It's just interesting. I'm not going to draw any conclusions, but I just wanted to let you guys know. So I will end the video with this, guys. We have September 1st as the next time they are in court, and this is 10 a.m. Eastern New York time, so I unfortunately will not be able to make this live, and unfortunately they do say that you can't record it. So I'm a little bummed that I can't just ask one of you guys to basically record it and give it to me, but if you know a way around that, let me know, because I'd love to make a video on it. And on September 1st, David Adler did say that this hearing, they will talk about the retention of the debtors' professionals, to which the U.S. trustee has objected. Now, I made a video on this, I think the last video I did, basically saying, hey, everybody that Celsius has employed, all of these law firms, all of these companies, I think there's like 7 of them that the UST objected to, that will be talked about on September 1st. They're also going to talk about a stay relief motion and the debtor's request for a final order to pay non-insider severance. So David will post the agenda when it's filed, and I will personally cover as best I can everything that happens on September 1st. So guys, that's it for the video. Again, a link below if you want to set up a retirement account with iTrust Capital, giving away $100 when you create an account. And till next time, guys, talk with you soon, and bye for now.